a well-dressed officer in the Afghan army. CIA affiliation of the dead has been confirmed by U.S. officials. So, anyway, just the first of, I think, what's going to be a continuing string of bad stories coming out of there until we get in there and crush those people.
Yeah, it's not going to stop anytime soon, unfortunately.
Additional sanctions that zero in more directly on Iran are being considered now by the U.S. and its allies. Just another report out yesterday about them trying to secretly import uranium, I guess, for further refinement because they're running out, and yet no one seems to want to do anything about it. So we'll just talk and talk and talk until something goes up in a mushroom cloud. More money from the government now going to be given to GMAC Financial Services. The Wall Street Journal reporting that an additional $3.5 billion is going to be provided. The infusion of funds in response to this year's government-led stress tests on the big banks. GMAC was unable to raise enough capital from private investors. Also on the national front, Rush Limbaugh earlier reported as resting comfortably after reporting to a hospital in Hawaii, which apparently is the place to be.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he would go there with Obama's family having been anywhere within the vicinity.
Yes.
Maybe he was there snooping out clues, but apparently he checked himself or was checked into a Honolulu, Hawaii hospital with chest pains. Now he is being listed in serious condition. So this is also continuing to change. We'll let you know what's going on there as well. It's also day 6 of Kwanzaa. After your hangover wears off tomorrow, get this. This is where Ralph's going to be. I know that's what he's doing today. He's getting in line early for this.
Okay.
You can grab a free chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. He's dressed as a cow. He's probably waiting the one there in Houston Road.
Yeah.
To usher in the new decade, 10 tri-state Chick-fil-A's offering one free sandwich from 10:30 a to 4 in the afternoon while supplies last.
You know that's what he's doing.
Yeah. So, and if you can't get to a Chick-fil-A, I was going to say go to IKEA and eat some meatballs, but you never know what might be in that microwave. Did you see this? Reported by Angie under the headline, "Ooh, this is gross." Police in Westchester are looking for the Joker with a sick sense of humor who left a frozen lamb's head inside a display microwave at IKEA. They're looking through the surveillance tapes.
How do you sneak that in?
Right now. Well, I mean, I don't think there's anybody patting you down for lamb's heads.
No, but I mean, a lamb's head isn't something little either. I mean, I can't fit it in my purse.
It's probably about the size of a small Nerf football. Well, here's the thing. They sell those at Jungle Gyms. Oh. So it's not like the guy went out and freeze-dried one from, out in Bethel.
Why would you buy that?
Just a prank, just to see if you can get away with it. Now, what's going to be interesting is if they find the person who did it, what is their defense going to be?
Well,
I just didn't want any more of their damn meatballs.
Right.
What they should have done is they should have put the lamb's head around IKEA in parts, and you had to put it together yourself. After 75 years and countless movies shot there, and I'll tell you this. If you booked your New Year's with your honey and you said, "Sweetie, I know you've always wanted to do this your whole life, so we're going to go to New York. We're going to go and we're going to stay in the finest place in Manhattan. And on New Year's morning, I'm going to take you to brunch at Tavern on the Green. I made a reservation. You got hosed, my friend.
Yeah, they ain't going to be there.
No, and I've been there. It's a very odd place.
Really?
I mean, it's very historic. They've shot, 700,000 meals and lots of movies have been shot there. But apparently Tavern on the Green is going to close its doors after tonight's New Year's Eve celebration. Now, they may reopen with the same name, but a new owner. But they ran up $8 million in debt. So they're going to be selling off the fixtures and the dishes. And they'll probably make some cash off of that.
I'm sure they would.
I'm sure nostalgia freaks will love to get their hands on all of that. And just as a little nonsensical note, you remember the song 99 Luftballons?
Yes.
Red Balloons? Nana. Remember her?
I do.
The hairy armpits. First time I ever saw a chick with hairy armpits.
Now, where were they? Russian? What were they?
I think German.
German. They were German. That's right.
Yeah, because I think Luft.
That's right.
Is the clue there?
Well, yeah, because the German version was the version that was popular in America. They did an American version that didn't do well.
Right. The Red Balloons wasn't so big.
Yes.
But her hairy armpits and her German accent were huge back in 1984.
That frightened me as a child.
When kids, the M in MTV stood for music and not moron.
Yeah.
But anyway, she is a grandmother.
What?
One of her 19-year-old twin daughters just had a baby girl on Christmas Day. So there you go, as my hip just snapped in half.
Do you need your walking cane, sir? Oh, Pappy.
Oh, Pappy. Pappy will be out on New Year's Eve. He likes to go trolling.
I'm afraid. Where's Pappy going on New Year's Eve?
However Pappy wants. Where Pappy goes. Go out looking for the young boys, in their 70s.
Jeez. Pappy, you frighten me sometimes.
We got lots more news to get to and lots of stuff to give away, and we want to find out exactly what the dumbest thing you've ever run across on New Year's Eve might have been. Again, we'll load up the rock line a little bit later on. Cousin Vinny will come in and share a couple of stories. He's DJ'd his fair share of New Year's Eves, and the one that we were talking about this a little bit actually off the air with some folks. We got a couple of people that do the freelance DJing, and we've all agreed that if it weren't for the fact that we couldn't, you can just ruin the people for money. Oh, you want me to work on New Year's Eve? Yeah. Let's see. My normal rate's $200. That's going to be $14,000.
Right.
We'll pay it.
Right.
Okay. Outside of that, no. If you've been forced to work New Year's Eve, and anybody in the service industry will attest, you may get good tips, but you also might get puked on. Is it really worth it?
Yeah, I've bartended a few New Year's Eves, and I think I did 2. And then after that, I'm like, I don't really need the money that bad.
Yeah, I've worked since I was 15 in some sort of service industry or business where, every job I've ever had has been New Year's Eve centric.
Sure. Yeah, me too.
The kind of thing where we would work.
Right.
And only a few years have I been able to take off, and whew, man, those are good ones. I don't even go out and inflict myself on anybody, but we'll find out what stories you've got to share. And also, if you could wake up tomorrow and be anybody else in the whole wide world, who would it be and why? It's a fresh start. It's a new decade. We want to wrap up 2009 in style, and want you to share your thoughts with us as well. It's 6:33. Let's take a look at traffic, see what you're up against. Again, it's going to get possibly pretty ugly out there today, so watch yourself. Give yourself a little bit of extra time as you head out this morning.
Yeah, no ice problems or anything like that yet. It is still too warm, really, for that problem. But the roads are shiny because of the rain. Salt trucks are out, so hopefully they'll take care of things before it gets too bad. There is one wreck reported at Queen City and LaFuel. Just heads up there. If you see anything else, you can let Angie know. She's at 241-CARS. It's 241-2277. Rain and snow mix today. It's going to be mostly cloudy, and it looks like farther north it's going to be all snow, mostly a mix of rain and snow around the river and south of the river. Everything is going to change back to snow later this afternoon, though, both parts, and a high today 38. Tomorrow, some snow showers and a high 29. It's going to be windy and colder tomorrow. Saturday, even colder, some flurries, and a high Saturday just near 23. Right now, it's cloudy and 37.
And, you know what? I'll be the first one to say, come on, ODOT, what happened? You know, when things go wrong, but they're way out in front of this. You're right. Lots of salt out. In fact, I fishtailed this morning in salt.
In salt?
At the bottom of a hill. I hit my brakes, and I just kept going in the salt. So I can't win.
No.
We're gonna do
only you would that would happen to you.
Right. He flipped his car in the salt.
Right.
And then he was covered in ice because he laid there. No one bothered to help him. In case you missed what happened last night on the hardwood at the Merle with UC, we'll bring you up to speed as to what's going on with their first Big East matchup, and also get you set for the Sugar Bowl tomorrow night at the Holy Grail. More details and more sports coming up. I am Finn. She is Sister Karen.
And this is Green Day.
On Cincinnati's Pure Rock. They'll be on with the Carson Daily, whenever that is, tonight on New Year's Eve on NBC 96 Rock.
Do you have the time?